A popular saying is nothing I ever lost on the internet, but what is something you have been searching for years and you haven't found it yet? The night that Tony Hawk did the first 900 back at the 99 X Games, they played a music video-like thing with feeders the perfect day showing all his misses, and then finally that it basically doesn't exist and it bothers me. Edit 2. Huge kudos to you, Bon Jovi, for finding it, and to the National Film Board for keeping it. This one comes from my mom, a Canadian or American, based in Ontario, so we got any US channels, anti-smoking cartoon from the 70s or 80s, where a guy is smoking and says, "I should quit. This will be my last cigarette if I see a woman in a fur coat." And one immediately walks by, so he says, wearing green shoes, and wonders, and then walking a dog on a diamond leash. Actually, it was a tiger. And then when a woman in a fur coat wearing green shoes walking a tiger on a diamond leash walks by, he crushes his cigarette up and the tagline goes, "What will it take for you to quit? Been looking for it for ages and haven't been able to find it yet." Edit, put in proper sequence, and clarified that it could have been on Canadian or American television, based in Ontario. There was a quote that I read on the title of a post that went something like, "Just because you've gone down 90% doesn't mean you can't go down another 90%. It's related to the stock market and can also apply to life." I've wanted to find out who said that for the longest. What color is Groglin gray? Grandfather always talked about painting his house Groglin gray, but I can find no reference for it. Found a mention of Groglin gray in some random book on Google Books. As dusk approaches, the sky becomes a certain color gray. Might you know the name of that color? She shook her head. "Why, that be called Groglin gray," he answered smartly. "Groglin gray," she exclaimed, scrunching her nose and eyeing him in disbelief. Catherine stiffened, turning slightly, knowing what was coming next, yet was unable to stop it. "Why, little lass, your education be lacking for sure. Groglin gray is, of course," he paused for emphasis, "the exact color of a she-mouse's fart." Edit, more information in this book. The word grogram nevertheless continues in Irish English in the phrase grogram grey, which is not in the OED. Joyce uses grogram grey twice in Finnegan's Wake. The cut refers to grogram grey as of an indefinite color. Single quote quote. "Holy fuck, I am crying. I fully expected this to be some sort of shitty morph joke and I click the link and that's actually what it says. I sincerely hope this is what the poster's grandfather was referring to." Searching and searching to no avail when it was a joke about a mouse's fart. An Antique Roadshow episode where the appraiser asked the owner if they had cleaned a priceless Milanese helm. They responded, "I hit it with a Lil Lemon pledge," and the appraiser visibly shivers. I think this is why you can't find the episode. Looks like they pulled it. It looks like the appraiser who was fired eventually went to prison for other crimes. An electronic copy of the Machine Gun Dealer's Bible, which I bet a coworker years ago I could find. In an effort to prevent myself from owing him $5, I am still looking for it. For anyone else playing at home, the ISBN is 9780970,195,456 if you want to try finding it. That song I can kinda hum, but only know one word to, and to Google song lyrics plus love would clearly be ridiculous. Have you tried this website? You hum and it finds songs for you. https://www.midome.com. Tried this and 1,000 other pages. No luck. I'm searching for a specific song that was in an anime I watched around 1992. It was a slow melancholy song and the lyrics were something like, "So long ago, it was just like yesterday, so far away, we used to watch the children play," or something. The melody is pretty burned in my memory. The lyrics I might be off on, but try looking for something for 27 years without luck and then you'll know how I feel. Edit. Holy shit, someone found it! Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. https://www. Reddit.com AskReddit comments E98JNM _popular_saying_nothing_is_ever_lost_on_the FAHWD2Y UTM_medium equals Android_app and UTM_source equals share. Imagine hearing a song once 27 years ago and every couple of weeks it pops up in your head because it was so beautiful but you don't know where to find it. And now I have it. Amazing. Space Warrior Baldios. There's something I must say that I have to go away. I never thought I'd leave your site. But darling, don't you cry. If you stop to wonder why I have to go, I'll go if that's to say goodbye. So long ago, it only seems like yesterday. So far away, we used to watch the children play. If there was time, that I can stop this raging time. If there was a place, I have to back him by my side. It took me one Google search winking face. Edit bonus MP3. Around 1999 I had borrowed a digital camera from school and took a lot of pictures of friends and stuff. It was back when people really didn't carry around cameras except for special activities. I remember uploading them to my brother's university Unix shell account to share with some people, but when he graduated and that account closed I lost access and didn't have any backups. I remember uploading them to my brother's university Unix shell account to share with some people, but when he graduated and that account closed I lost access and didn't have any backups. Really wish I still had those photos. Nobody has them. I've been there, man. I was doing some data recovery on my mother's old computer after she passed away and came across a partial backup I don't remember making of a memory card I'd lost back in 1999. Handful of pictures of my friends and I that I'd been sure were gone for good. Just wish I had the rest. I tried to find the browser games I played when I was a kid. Some of them no longer exist. https://lostmediawiki.com postopia_partially_online_games_2001 to 2011. In 2003, there was a commercial for I think E-Trade where a CEO retires and hands the company over to his stoner bro grandson whose entire press conference is him saying, "I'm so stoked." Everyone dumps the stock immediately and the ad was about how quickly you could trade using E-Trade. My family loved that commercial to the point where we had shirts made that said, "I'm so stoked." I have looked through a lot of commercial compilations in YouTube, but have still never found that ad. A quote from a book, maybe Lundy Bancroft, about how to get a friend out of an abusive relationship. I want the original source. I believe it was in a Q&A format that ran a bit like this in ideas but not phrasing. Q: my friend is in an abusive relationship, but she won't allow us to help her leave it. How do we safely get her out? You don't. You need to offer her the opposite of what her abuser's choice is. Allow her to socialize with whom she wishes, even her abuser, because he's probably isolating her. Forgive her for being flaky, because he may not be. Allow her to choose for herself even if you disagree with the choice, because that's the opposite of what he's doing. She has to decide to leave by herself. Where the quote, "I wanted 16 candles Molly Ringwald, not pretty in pink Molly Ringwald," comes from. I know for sure it's in the show Psych. I don't know if it originated there, but I've been re-watching the show and I remember the line. This video I think I found on Vimeo of these guys working at a bong shipping facility. Apparently a customer requested a video of the process of putting together their new order for shipping. These two guys put together a great video with them dancing to Maniac by Michael Sembello throughout it. I'd love anyone who can find what I'm talking about. All the shitty Fruity Loops music I made in my early 20s that was on MySpace. There was this game on Windows 3.1 similar to the board game Life. You allocate a time each day to studies, work, and rec in order not end up a bum on the street or dead. Could it be Jones in the fast lane? Here's a video about it by LGR. https://u2.byjq8lioml3e. Holy shit. That's it. OMG, thank you! Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Around 12 to 13 years ago, I got into StumbleUpon, which was a Firefox extension that adds a button to your screen that takes you to a random page that someone marked as interesting. Once, I found a flash animation that portrayed a recreation of a white hat hacker doing a penetration test on a web application. The whole thing was a Linux command shell without any GUI. It started with an IRC chat where someone asks the hacker to look into his application and sent him a URL and another URL for the source code. After a sped-up 3 minutes of curl, grep, and SSH, the hacker built a command-line script that can pull any username and email from the site. Never found it again. Thanks, you, Zalmiak, for finding the video. It's called 0 Day by MILW0 Room. All through school they taught us you can never truly delete anything online, and even if you delete it, someone can still find it. While this may be true if you seriously pissed off a master computer hacker, but for the average person this claim is completely BS. I went on a few dates with a girl a few summers ago and I really liked her. All of a sudden though she just vanished. Like her Snapchat was deactivated, completely disappeared off Facebook, Instagram, everything. I tried texting her a couple of times but she never responded. I got a little worried because she's not the type of girl to ghost like that, and she struggles with suicidal thoughts and mental health issues, so you can see why this might be concerning. Since she wasn't responding and I didn't really know any of her friends to ask about her, I went full social media creep mode to try and at least find out what happened to her. I figured if she had killed herself there would be something online about it. Well, I didn't find anything, like literally no evidence that this girl even existed besides a picture of her on her brother's Facebook page. I didn't even know she had a brother. He was just the only person that came up if you searched her name on Facebook. Googling her name also yielded no results. Since I could literally find nothing about her online, I figured she had just blocked me for some reason, and I eventually gave up. I tried searching her on Facebook a couple times over the next year or so, but nothing ever came up. This past summer she popped up in my Snapchat friend suggestions, and honestly it was such a relief to finally see some evidence that she was alive. I added her, not expecting her to add me back, but she did, and she actually messaged me. We met up again and went for a hike and grabbed dinner together to catch up. Turns out she was going through some rough times and didn't want to talk to anyone and disappeared, but she's doing much better now. Things didn't work out with us romantically again, but she's still one of my closest friends now. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more Reddit content.